Welcome to World War II Chronicles, a weekly tribute to America's fighting men and women in commemoration of the Second World War. These programs are narrated by Ed Herlihy and are based on the news broadcasts of the war period from the recorded sound collection of the National Archives in Washington, D.C.
London afternoon papers today displayed prominently this headline: Churchill and FDR may meet.
On the heels of the Allied victory in Tunisia, Prime Minister Winston Churchill arrives in Washington for his fifth wartime conference with President Roosevelt and a discussion of plans for the next moves against the Axis.
British Prime Minister Winston Churchill arrived in Washington on May 12, 1943, for a meeting with President Roosevelt, known as the Trident Conference. The Allies' position in the war had changed dramatically since Churchill had visited Washington in December 1941. Churchill made reference to the Allies' long struggle in an address to a joint session of Congress during his visit.
17 months have passed since I last had the honor to address the Congress of the United States. For more than 500 days, every day a day, we have toiled and suffered and dared, shoulder to shoulder, against the cruel and mighty enemy.
Even though the Casablanca Conference had taken place only a few months before, the relationship between the Allies had altered significantly. With its soldiers proving themselves in combat and its industry producing unparalleled amounts of war material, the U.S. became the leading partner. The American participants were better prepared for the War Council meetings than ever before.
The President has announced that the British-American war conferences have ended, but he gives no details on conclusions reached at the meetings.
By the end of the meetings on May 25th, the U.S. had received from the British the most significant agreement of the conference, a firm commitment for a cross-channel invasion of France in May of 1944.
The backstage preparations for Allied victory have been completed, and the Axis may now wait with jangled nerves for the curtain to rise on the main act.
I'm Ed Herlihy. Join me next time for World War II Chronicles.
World War II Chronicles was produced by the American Veterans Center and Radio America in cooperation with the National Archives. To listen to more episodes, subscribe on iTunes or visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org. We need your help to keep the legacy of our World War II generation alive. Visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org to make a donation to support World War II Chronicles and the ongoing work of the American Veterans Center.